Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Friday, September 26, 2025. And in the news this afternoon, police wrap up search for Bloodstain. The Jamaica Constabulary Force says it has intensified its operations to apprehend a 40-year-old Courtney Ashley, otherwise called Bloodstain, the reputed leader of the Bottom Marvelly gang, who is wanted in connection with multiple serious and violent crimes. Ashley's last known address is Abbey Close, Lee's Flat, Red Hills in St. Andrew. He has been featured several times in the JCF's Wanted Wednesdays campaign and is wanted for the 2017 murder of Andrew Foster and for wounding another man on Fenbrook Avenue in St. Andrew. He is also a person of interest in several other investigations, including a recent double murder in the St. Andrew South Division. Lawmen say on July 21, 2025, personnel from the Counter-Terrorism and the Organized Crime Investigation Branch disrupted a planned contractor killing on Jacks Hill Road, St. Andrew, where 5 men were fatally shot and 5 firearms were seized. Ashley was listed as the 6th suspect involved but managed to escape during the operation. At that time, the police had strongly urged him to surrender. The JCF is again urging Ashley to turn himself in immediately at the nearest police station. Meanwhile, the police are appealing to the public to share information on the whereabouts of Courtney Ashley. Anyone with information can contact the Major Investigations Division at 876-758-5048, the National Intelligence Bureau at 811, Crime Stop at 311, the police emergency number at 119, or the nearest police station. Door lock dispute turns violent. A disagreement over a damaged lock escalated into a violent confrontation that landed Hassani Green, Tracy Facey, and Kimoy Robinson before Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Facey, who shares a child with Green, faces a charge of assault occasioning bodily harm, with Green as the victim. Meanwhile, Green is charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, with Facey and Robinson as the victims, as well as malicious destruction of property, with Facey listed as the complainant. For his part, Robinson faces charges of assault occasioning bodily harm and malicious destruction of property, with both charges related to Green. Court documents state that the incident occurred on June 25 at Cornwall Court, St. James. Green reportedly returned home and questioned the status of a front door lock. Robinson, Facey's nephew, explained it had been changed due to damage. Green demanded the key, and as Facey went to retrieve it, he allegedly attacked her, striking her in the face and causing her to fall before repeatedly kicking her. Robinson intervened but was reportedly assaulted, punched, and stepped on. Both Facey and Robinson allegedly suffered bruises and swelling, while Facey's phone was damaged. It is further alleged that Facey struck Green in the face during the dispute, and he struck her in return. The confrontation is said to have escalated when Robinson pushed Green in the chest, causing him to fall. During the ensuing altercation, Robinson allegedly used a chair to strike Green's right hand, his Samsung phone, and a watch on his left wrist, resulting in both injury and property damage. After the charges were read, the court clerk confirmed the file was complete. Judge Fairclough Hilton referred the matter to restorative justice and set the next court mention for October 30. Plaza brawl case set for mediation. A long-standing feud between 2 men erupted into a violent clash at a Montego Bay Plaza and has now found its way before the parish court, where both the men were directed to pursue restorative justice. On Wednesday, Kings Morris and Zevron Hood appeared in the St. James Parish Court, with each man filing charges against the other. Morris is charged with unlawful wounding and malicious destruction of property in relation to Hood, while Hood stands accused of unlawful wounding against Morris. Morris is being represented by attorney at law Martin Thomas, while Hood appeared without a legal counsel. Both men reportedly shared a long history of disputes. The latest confrontation occurred at the Western Plaza in Montego Bay around 6 p.m. on August 6. According to the allegations, Morris confronted Hood over an incident from the previous month. An argument ensued during which Morris allegedly swung a knife at Hood before retreating to his car and returning armed with a bottle and a machete. He then allegedly used the bottle to smash the door, window, and windscreen of Hood's Toyota Hiace before chasing Hood upstairs in the plaza and inflicting machete wounds to his face and neck. In Hood's case, the allegations are that on that same day and at the same location, while both were soliciting passengers bound for Utrecht, Hood pushed Morris during a dispute. Morris pushed back, prompting Hood to draw a knife. Hood allegedly slashed Morris's left hand and during a subsequent fight, stabbed him in the back, hand, side, and abdomen. Both men were arrested and charged, following reports to the police. After hearing the men's account on Wednesday, Parish Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton was clear on the way forward. Having heard that this is a long-standing issue, I'm minded to send the parties to restorative justice to see what can be resolved there, she said. The matter has been set for mention on October 29, pending the outcome of the restorative justice process. Westmoreland man charged after allegedly forcing woman to withdraw cash at Knifepoint. A 21-year-old Westmoreland man has been charged after allegedly pulling a knife on a woman and forcing her to an ATM where she withdrew money from her account. Charged with robbery with aggravation is Jason Jones, otherwise called Tazzy or Crazy, a construction worker of Savannah Lamar. The police report that around 5:45 p.m. on Tuesday, September 23, an argument developed between Jones and a woman, during which he brandished a knife and forcefully escorted her to an ATM. It is further reported that she withdrew $9,000 and handed it over to Jones. The woman later raised an alarm and was assisted by citizens to the Savannah Lamar police station, where she made a report. On Wednesday, September 24, Jones was arrested and charged based on her statement. His court date is being finalized. Nurses cry for help. Some nurses at the Spanish Town Hospital are raising alarm bells about what they describe as unsafe and unsustainable staffing levels, which they say put both the patients and the professionals at risk. This is not just about being tired, it's about being placed in constant situations where our licenses are in a state of compromise, one nurse told the news on condition of anonymity. Nurses across the island say their workload has become overwhelming, with many struggling to keep up with the mounting responsibilities. The constant practice of poor staffing is unsafe, one nurse said. We always get the blame if anything goes wrong, and our license is easy to get taken away or go under investigation. We are not saying nurses should not be held accountable, but give us safer conditions first, and then we can be held accountable. Nurses claim the issue has persisted for years with little change. In its 2023 annual report, the Nurses Association of Jamaica reported that in many hospitals, the average nurse-patient ratio was 1 nurse to 18 patients, with some units reaching as high as 1 to 34. The nurses at Spanish Town Hospital said it has been hard to efficiently perform their task given the ratios. The workers are questioning why the Southeast Regional Health Authority, under which the hospital falls, has not moved faster to recruit more nurses. In September, only 6 nurses were hired after just 8 the previous year. Some of those have already resigned. The explanation is always that there are no posts available, but posts should be made available when staff are constantly leaving, one nurse said. The nurses also allege that opportunities for professional development are being stifled. Hospitals refuse to send the staff for advanced training, yet level 1 registered nurses are placed in specialties that require advanced qualifications. That is unsafe and unfair, one said. Contacted for comment, the hospital's CEO, Jacqueline Ellis, acknowledged the shortage. I cannot speak to the statistics offhand, but I know for certain that there is a shortage of nurses. We have always struggled with this, especially in the era of specialist nurses. And this is not unique to Spanish Town Hospital. It is a shortage right across the island, she said. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.